Welcome, you absolute legend. I am former friends. I am Pete. I am back, and today we're going boss-like. We're doing my best of Boss. So Hugo Boss has done millions and millions of releases over the years, and this is my top 15. Well, two honourable mentions, and let's crack into it as always. First one is a discontinued fragrance. It's getting a bit hard to find. That's why I put it here. It's Hugo Boss Red. Now I love this fragrance, and it's fresh, it's fruity, it's one of those fragrances that can be worn spring, summer and fall. It's really nice, it's massively underrated. Oh, and it's just one of those fragrances that I just think should never have been discontinued. But hey, who am I and who are we in the fragrance community? But the first one is Hugo Boss Red. My second honourable mention is this little bad boy. It's Boss bottled the scent Parfum, not Le Parfum, which is the new release. Parfum, which is, it's the citrusy one. It's the one that's very hard to find now. It was a limited time release. I don't know, maybe it was, maybe it wasn't, or it just didn't sell as much. This one is gorgeous. I love it. Very citrusy. Got all the stuff that you want from the scent line with the Maninka and all the rest of it. But it's really nice, underrated. If you find either of these two, you've got yourself a lot of gems. So those are my two honourable mentions. Alright, we're going to crack into the top 15. However, I'm going to say this first. I do not have every single Hugo Boss that's ever been released. I'll be honest with you right now. There's probably, I think about 8 or 9 that I still haven't got. But again, you know, there's so many releases. And the second thing I will say is, if anyone in the UK knows where to find Boss Bottle Marine, please let me know in the comments, because I am trying to find it and I'm like coming up dead ends all the time. I know it's a limited time release and I know it's only just been released, but if anyone knows where else to find it, please hit me up in the comments. Love to hear that before I get off. But then we're going to crack on to number 15, and this little baby, I've worn it for a while. The only reason I don't like it that much is the performance is trash on it. It's Boss Bottle Tonic, and it's citrusy, it's nice, it's very clean. I can't deny it, and there's nice lots of citrus in it. But for me, the performance of 3, maybe 4 hours doesn't quite work for me. But it's a nice fragrance nonetheless. If you want to go heavy on this, by all means, go heavy on it. As you can see, I've had a good old hit of this. But I've got quite a lot left, so I'm not going to go too mad. We're getting another backup yet. But there, number 15, Boss Bottle Tonic. Number 14. This is the cheapest Hugo Boss I've ever found, ever. It's called Hugo Boss Elements, and this thing doesn't even have a thing. It's just there. So this again is a very sweet, citrusy fragrance. Again, really easy to wear. I don't know why it was done that way. Maybe it's just the design, but this was £9, and this is a cheap fragrance. If you're in a budget and you need to have something decent, and you've got the name of Hugo Boss in your fragrance, you kind of got a winner here. Wear it spring and summer, quite easy. Just go liberal on it. Performance isn't brilliant either, but it's a real cheap gem. So that's Hugo Boss Elements. Number 13. I talked about this in, I think, yesterday's video about the Hugo Boss Oud line. This is Hugo Boss Aromatic, and this one is gorgeous, I will say. It's floral, it's got that undertone of oud, but it's not the most hardest wearing performer. It's the hardest to wear, but it's really one of those fragrances that when you smell it and you wear it in the winter and maybe even fall, maybe even start smelling, it's something a little bit different to everything else. It's a limited time release. You can still get hold of it, but I won't wait too long, because knowing Hugo Boss, and they discontinue everything, even like some other ones I'll tell you about, Oud Aromatic is definitely worth having a look and sniffing. So if you're getting into oud, might be something to check out. Number 12 is a really start of a whole line. It's the original, the scent. Now this is with the Maninka. It's been a very popular line, I have to be honest. It's got that chocolatiness, it's got that sexiness about it. Again, it's great, and it's probably one more versatile than most people give it credit for. But it's the architect for other flankers that came from it. and we're going to talk about some of them later. But for me, it still has a good place in the bloody stands in my room of this one. So it's this original, the scent. This is the EDT. Number 11. Now, this one has been with me a long time. I still haven't got through it. It's Boss in Motion, and this is the orange. It's the orangey, citrusy, fresh one, which reminds me a bit of Ultra Zest or things of that similar nature. Again, doesn't perform brilliantly, but again, for the price point you're paying for this, it's probably under 20 quid still at this point. It's for a 90ml bottle. Again, I'm sure a lot of you guys have had this over the years because you just thought, it's a cheap one, just chuck it in the cart and we'll use it. Maybe to get free shipping and stuff like that. We've all done it, I'm not going to lie. But this one, again, is a nice spring, summer fresh fragrance. Works really well. It can even be a office scent, which will be a little bit different to the norm. So my number 11, Boss in Motion, is that. Right, we're going to cracking on to the top 10. And number 10, we're going nostalgia. Because quite honestly, this fragrance is one of the first fragrances I ever bought. It's a massive Hugo Boss, the original. And this thing, oh my God. It's that beautifulness of the apple. It's crisp. It's just so nostalgic for me. And this is when I was younger and I didn't know anything about fragrances. I had absolutely no clue about this. I'd wear this and didn't even know what fragrances were even about. So this for me was a pure nostalgic move. Some people might say, Pete, it's trash already and it's dated. I actually don't think it is. I think you could wear this right now and still be in fashion. So still at this time, Hugo Boss, the originator, is my number 10. My number 9. This is for the men. Like, I'm not talking like the boys who like Dior Sauvage and the White or the Parfum and the Bleu de Chanel. No, this is for the big boys. It's Boss number 1. The honey in this is the very masculine fragrance. It's one of those fragrances where if you're of a certain age, you will appreciate this one massively. For the younger guys, probably not so much, but I'm an older guy. I love this fragrance, especially in fall and winter. If you want to smell like the absolute man, this one, for the price point, is ridiculous. I think this is under 30 quid still. And it's got some tobacco in it, it's got some honey, it's just manly. It's one of those 80s powerhouses that ridiculously lasts and lasts and lasts and lasts. So this is number 9, Hugo Boss, number 1. Number 8. Now, this is a new release, and I do think I need to give a bit more time with it, but I do think it's a good one. It's Hugo Boss scent Le Parfum. Now, this one is it's woody, it's very safe to buy. I'll be honest, I think that's the best way to describe it. It's safe. Nothing in here will go, not sure about that. It's one of the safest bets you can make. Younger, older, anytime you can want to wear this, it's just going to serve you well. You can even wear it to the damn gym for all you care. The only thing I would say is wait till it hits discounts before you buy it, because otherwise you're going to be paying a lot of money when you don't need to. Again, the Maninka's in here. It's just a really well blended fragrance. Nothing outrageous, nothing new, but I still think it's a really nice release from Hugo Boss. So that's the scent Le Parfum. Alright. It's number 7. Now, number 7. If you want to go out at night, this is the one. Hugo Boss Night. Again, it's just invigorating. I think that's the best word to describe it. Invigorating, but really nicely done. Nothing, again, too over the top. It wouldn't go up with the guys like Eros and all that sort of stuff. But on its own, if you're going a bit secluded, maybe a jazz bar, something a bit classier, and something you want to be a bit more intimate, this thing is definitely where it's at. It's a great fragrance. It's, like I said, quite cheap still. I think it's for a big 100ml bottle, it's under 30 quid. Most of these are under 30 quid, which is one of the reasons I like going to discounters and getting these bottles. They're just great for that. And if you really want to get a good collection going, Hugo Boss is not a bad way to start off. So that's Hugo Boss Night. Alright. Number 6. Now, we've already talked about the originator. Now we're going for the intense. This is the scent intense. And again, I actually like it a little bit more, because it's just amps up everything just that little bit more. And it's just a little bit more sweet, a bit more sexier. Very nice fragrance. Nothing, like you say, outrageous about it. But again, I think the way they've done this is really nice. It's a simple fragrance, well executed. Very sexy, very alluring. You could definitely wear this to the office. You could definitely wear it pretty much any time, any place, anywhere. Really underrated. No one talks about this one, apart there's a couple of others that they do talk about, but this one, massively underrated. This is a scent intense. Alright, we are going into top 5 time now. At number 5, it's quite a recent acquisition, and I'm going to wear the hell out of it this summer. It's Infinite. This thing is gorgeous. Oh, it's so captivating. It's beautiful. It's easy to wear. It's clean. You could wear it to the gym. You could wear it anywhere you like. And again, no one's going to be offended by it. I've got a little 50ml bottle. I probably will get a backup of this because this is so nice. Really, again, underrated by most people because most people don't talk about it. Don't know why, but I would say, sorry, I'm in a moment. This thing will definitely get the job done. It's really underrated. Infinite. Number 4. This is an originator for another line. And I think if you're trying to get into a certain fragrance or a genre of fragrance, this is the one. It's Boss Bottled Oud. And I spoke about this the other day. It's fruity. It's really easy to wear. It's one of those fragrances that does last a long time. Again, you can pick it up for about 40, 50 quid. So again, for a limited release, I think this is really underrated. There's a few people do talk about this one, but not as much. They don't talk about some of the last 3 as much. But this one, definitely, if you want to try and get into oud and you're a bit scared, try this one. I promise you, the fruits and the oud just work beautifully off your skin. Fantastic fragrance. Boss Bottled Oud. All right, number 3. Now this is my big bottle of the scent Private Accord, and this one everyone knows, the chocolatey, sexy beast that is the scent Private Accord. It's just joyous. That's all I can say. It's joyous. And again, if you want to go and wear this out, be my guest. If you're trying to do a bit of razzle dazzle in the world, you can't go much further on with this. This was a massive deal because I got this 200ml bottle for like 38 quid. It was a deal on, I think, Fragrance X. And I was like, yeah, I'm having you. You can blind buy this one. Not a problem. Just pick it up. I promise you. You will go there. Oh, yeah, it's sexy. It's gorgeous. It's lovely. The scent, Private Accord, number 3. Which leads me to the top 2. And number 2 is a discontinued one, but you can still get this. This is why I'm listening to this. It's Boss Bottled Intense, and this one, oh my god, takes the originator and really amps up the sweetness of the apple and the cinnamon and the vanilla. It's still available right now. You can get it for about 30-35 quid. Pick it up. I've got 2 backups of this because it's so damn good. No one in the history of mankind has ever put Boss Bottled Intense on and anyone goes, whoa, what is that smell? They've always like, because it just works. It's just a great DNA. God only knows why they discontinued it, because that was just stupid. But for me, a great scent. I will always have this in my collection because it's just so good. Which leads me to number 1. And number 1, I'm so impressed with this. It's unbelievable. It's from the Boss Bottled line. It's Absolute, and this is amazing. Oh, do you know what? I'm even gonna. Where's my scent? Because this is so good. It's got that DNA, but amped with some woods and just made supremely well. If you want to have an absolute surefire way of knowing you're going to smell good, this is it. It's not too expensive. I think it's between £30-35, maybe up to 40 at the most. For 100 ml, for what you can get for 40 quid, this is a steal. It's amazing fragrance. If you want me to do any reviews of any of these fragrances, just let me know in the comments and I'll happily do it for you in the next week or so. But number one, Boss Bottle Absolute, well worth getting. Right, you absolute legends. That was my 15 of the best Boss fragrances that I have. I'm sure you'll go, Pete, you're missing Boss Bottled Eau de Parfum, or you're missing this and that. I know, trust me, if I had him, I probably would have put him in. But I'm not going to leave you just yet, because I'm going to leave you one more. And now the reason I put this as a bonus one is because it's blooming hard to pull off. It's Boss Bottled Oud Saffron. I spoke about this the other day in my other video. Go check out my best oud line to start with, because this is a part of it. This is the hardest one to pull off. Oud is the easiest. Oud aromatic is the next hardest, and this is the hardest one. I'm still trying to work out when I'm going to wear it, but I've worn it once, and it's not the easiest thing to wear. But scent-wise, it's really nice. It's very unique, very different. Again, it's a limited time release, but you can still pick this up at reasonable prices at the moment. So in like, I think they're about 60 quid. Again, great fragrance, massively underrated. So there you go. Hugo Boss, my best 15. Let me know in the comments if you've got other ones that you think I should know about or that you disagree with. I love hearing from you. If you want a top 10 list, a fragrance review, or a question, please hit me up anytime you like. I love hearing from all of you. As always, I'm on Instagram with Full of Fragrances. And as always, you absolute legends, smell amazing. Thank you so much for watching. Peace out.